So I want to actually ask you, Sarah, about more on how can organizations do more? One is we talked about individual responsibility. So I was talking about the investment banker, and the role that she played in creating that move. Some of the things, either individually or as organizations, that could be done.
Well, I was thinking, I really like what you said about the P's, and parental would fit in with those partnerships and those other P's with the second one. So that would actually work. So I'm thinking about what companies can do. I like to think about, the difference between what is equity versus equality. And, in terms of providing these spaces for women, that does often look like equity, right? And that doesn't necessarily look like equal. And that is okay, right? It doesn't mean that everyone has exactly the same thing, but it offers everyone the same opportunity to get to the finish line, to get to whatever their finish line is, whatever their success is. And providing that support for those who need it, whether that is people of color, whether that's women, whether that's marginalized communities, whoever that is, and whatever support that they need in their time in their life, and sort of figuring out what it is that they need so that they can help be more successful. Because those companies that have stronger DEI initiatives are more profitable. And that actually shows that by having this equity, by having this support, that they can have 19% higher revenues from innovation. And companies that have more gender diversity are 25% more likely to experience above average profitability. So not only is this good for the workers but it's good for the company in the end too. And I think that is just such a positive statement about why this is important. And why we need to be, talking about these issues, whether gender issues, at work, and then how at the home can support these as well. Sorry, my cat's going to join us. So
yeah, very important conversation. We need all the support that we can get,
even in the fur bound ways.
Yes.
That can really make a difference, because the fact is that particularly here in the US, and I'm sure that it's true in Asia, in certain countries in Asia as well, that college educated women are outnumbering men. And with that as well, that female entrepreneurship in the US is also up 49%, because women are not seeing the systems and what they want in the most workplaces, so they're going out to create it themselves. So all the more, keep that knowledge, keep that fantastic talent in your company by providing them that support that they need.
Yeah, beautifully said. And I think it's like the thing about entrepreneurship is that it's literally being the change that you want to see. You're not getting it at one place. So I'm going to create an environment. And I know an organization, it's called FlexiBees, where they are creating flexible working options for women who took a career break, who want to come back. It's run by 3 amazing women who are gotten together on this. And they're really creating that platform which they didn't have, the kind of flexibility that they were carving out for. I also want to just linger a minute on what you said about, equity as well. And this is true for organizations in terms of I want to highlight on the parental leave part of it. Yeah. I know that Unilever at one point of time had really worked hard in creating that mechanisms. My friend, and who is now currently the CEO of Chanel, Lena Nair, and she did a lot of work on this, on creating not just the paternal leave structures, but also highlighting and spotlighting people who took it, sharing their experiences.
Oh, beautiful.
So I think capturing those stories and normalizing some of this. And it always makes me think and laugh about, though it's not a laughing situation. In Japan, when they introduced paternity leave, there was this person in an organization who took paternity leave. And when he came back, he was really sidelined from the organization. And we talk about this happening for women, but in certain cultures, it could happen for men as well. And I think that's where organizations can play a very, very important role. I was reading about this organization called Aldi, A-L-D-I.
Yeah, Aldi. Yeah, it's a grocery store. Yeah, here. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
German.
In the UK, they really wanted to, understand that life circumstances can change very quickly. And in an uncertain world, more people are considering a career which can change with them.
Yeah.
And they had created this thing for both the fathers and mothers. And they talked about, how to make it a great place to work. So there was a guy, Tom Steed, who joined as a graduate area manager in their program when he was 28. And as he was doing it, he realized in between he was married, his wife got pregnant, and he needed flexibility. And when he went and shared to his manager about the good news, my wife's pregnant kind of a thing. And when I was reading this, I was bracing myself, oh, this is not going to go well. But surprisingly, he was offered a range of support options, including training at a store closer to his house, time to take appointments. And as long as he put in effort at work, which they were more than happy to accommodate all the needs that were there. And one time he was halfway through an interview when he got a call that his wife was ready to go to the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
So he just stopped the call, and within a few minutes, the store manager chipped in, took over the interview, and they have something called as cover partnerships for these kind of things. So you work as a team. There's always somebody there to cover your role. And I think that takes away all that pressure of, you're not going to be the only one responsible for everything.